The Patriots. Not only, and I said this on a short that we created, the dynasty, if it wasn't dead, it's dead now. It is 6 feet in the ground. Bill Belichick has lost 4 games in his career as Patriots coach by 30 points or more. 2 of them happened in the last 2 weeks. We've seen so much Bailey Zappi. He might as well be young Sheldon on CBS at this point. Mac Jones is pressing. Bill O'Brien's not calling good plays. There's a bunch of injuries to guys like Matt Judon, et cetera. And the Patriots defense, it's one thing. You go to Dallas and you get your ass kicked by the Cowboys. All right. Like, that's a good team. You bring Derek Carr with a busted wing back to New England and get skunked 34-0 by the Saints, who everyone was like, well, are we sure that this Saints team isn't terrible? This is the largest home shutout loss in Patriots history. It's the largest shutout loss in Bill Belichick's career as a head coach. This is my question for you, Ryan. Is Bill Belichick the head coach of the New England Patriots in Week 1, 2024?
That's a great question. He's 70. This is an absolute train wreck. And the reality is this. Before and after Tom Brady was with Bill Belichick was not the Hall of Fame coach he is now. And that's just the truth. And you can spin it any way you want, but that's where we're at. Mac Jones has, to your point, been a disaster. And you can't blame Matt Patricia because Matt Patricia's, I don't know what he's doing, spending the money he made last year.
He's with the Eagles now.
Trying to get Mac Jones killed. So you talk about that Cowboys game where, Mac got pulled. Mac got pulled again this game. Bill insists he's going to be the starter next week. And the offensive line sucks. There's injuries along the offensive line. They, for reasons that defy comprehension, didn't draft any tackles, which is what they sorely needed. They kept drafting interior offensive linemen. They started those rookies in Week 1 against the Eagles and they got demolished against Jalen Carter. No crime in that, but at some point you have to get better. Mac is not mobile. The wide receivers aren't getting open. Demario Douglas and Juju both got concussed in this game. And the list goes on and on and on. So you can make all the excuses you want. This team sucks. And you make a list of teams that you just can't figure out. And it feels like we're seeing some of the worst football that I can recall seeing in such a concentrated period of time. Patriots, the Broncos, the Giants, the Bears, even though they smoked the Commanders, which is a huge win for them. But those teams routinely are the ones you talk about the most. And here's the thing, Breach. Here's the great news. This is going to be one of the deepest quarterback classes in recent memory. So all 4 of these teams could be drafting quarterbacks. But I think the question is the race for number 1 is on, although it could be very well the case that the Panthers never win a football game.
Patriots.
But I think there could be a lot of changes. Now, the Panthers don't win, the Bears get the pick.
I mean,
the Panthers might never win a game. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Even if the Patriots get the number 1 overall pick and take Caleb Williams, do you think Belichick really wants to stick around for that kind of
Let
rebuild?
me ask you this. Does Robert Kraft want him to stick around?
I think that, Brenton's question was, will he be the coach in Week 1 of 2024? And if I had to put a percentage on it, I would put 80% no. I just think that.
Wow.
He does want to break the record. I'll give you
why
that.
would he want to stick around? It to just
But the
Patriots go what?
Well, like he can when you of that 80%, what percent is he's retired and what percent is he's coaching someone else?
Well, real quick, if he goes 4-13, there's no guarantee he sets the record next season. It's going to have to be a thing where.
So 80% he leaves is what you're saying. I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah. I think he leaves. And I think this is like
a mutual
Phil Jackson situation is all I could think of, where he won 6 titles with the Bulls. Then when Jordan was gone, although this wasn't like he got pushed out, where Belichick pushed out
pretty good comp, yeah.
And then Jackson stayed with the Bulls for 2 more seasons after Jordan left and was like, yeah, this isn't working. I got to go find some talent, and that's how I'm going to win. And that's what it feels like Belichick's going to do. And I see.
Oh, dude, what if Belichick coaches the Chargers? Like he goes against Herbert, and he's like, dude, do you know what I will do with this defense? And he's like, and I'm going to bring in, I don't know, I would leave Kellen Moore there. I mean, but yeah, I think that's very interesting. I tend to agree with you that there's a very good chance that Belichick is not the coach of the Patriots in 2024. I think everybody involved wants him to break Don Shula's record with the Patriots. But if Belichick took over the Chargers next year, he would break Don Shula's record in 2 years. With the
I don't
Patriots,
think
you feel
he's
like it might
taking
be
over the
5.
Chargers. I don't think they would hire a 71-year-old coach, especially a defensive coach, and that's the issue.
Oh, how many teams are hiring Bill, like dumping their coach to hire Bill Belichick if he left the Patriots after this year?
I think if the available candidates were names like Mike Tomlin, because Steelers fans always want to fire him, Mike Vrabel, because Titans fans, I would imagine, breach are frustrated with him from time to time, and Bill Belichick.
People want
hold on,
Vrabel over Belichick?
Hold on, just stop. I'll say it in a second. If Tomlin, Vrabel, and Belichick are on the market, I think Belichick would be the last one to get hired.
That is a hot take.
I don't know.
I think Belichick's the first one hired. Wait, you're saying that? Okay, so let's take.
He's the most conservative. He's the most conservative coach that we don't talk about. Like every decision he makes, they kick the
hottest take on planet Earth.
They kicked a field goal on 4th and 3. They missed. Breach made comment of that. They had 4th and 3 in the second half. They were down 21 points on the Saints 40. They punted.
All right, so let's say hypothetically that Andy Reid is like, you know what? I am just tired of coaching Patrick Mahomes in this offense. I kind of want to go like open a mac and cheese shop, like an artisanal mac and cheese shop in Piscataway, New Jersey. He leaves the Chiefs. He goes to Piscataway. He opens up the artisanal mac and cheese shop. The Chiefs have an open job. Everyone wants a Chiefs job because Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback. He's locked down. You got Kelsey. You got a pretty good defense. You got enough weapons. Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, and Mike Vrabel all put their applications in. Breach. Who do the Patriots pick? I mean, who do the Chiefs pick?
Probably Belichick.
I don't think so.
I just if you're a team like the Chiefs or really the Chargers, you're in that. Belichick's old. He's going to want to win now. He signs a 3-year deal and he says, I'm going to win a Super Bowl in one of these 3 years or I'm just done. You're like, that's it. That's all. That's my terms. Agree with it. And I think he's probably the first one. Who do you think it would be, Wilson? You clearly don't agree.
I think it would be Vrabel or Tomlin. I mean,
that's crazy.
Tomlin's 50. Vrabel's a little younger than that, I believe. Belichick's 70, 71.
What if he went back to Cleveland? I think that would be an interesting one.
That actually I could get behind. And Browns fans I know would probably get behind it as well. Bring it back.
Vrabel's 48, by the way.